Authenticity. I was doing an exercise this afternoon, just something on paper, and it was talking about, or I was writing about authenticity. And it's been on my mind ever since, and it struck me that actually I just wanted to do what I do best and just impromptu, just go blah, blah, blah. So I don't know how long this video is going to be, so I'm sorry to those who think my videos are too long and they drive them crazy. I'm sorry. If you want to listen, listen. If you don't, that's okay. But why do I want to talk about authenticity? In the world that I now am moving in and evolving in, the world of coaching, there are a lot of people who aren't quite as authentic as they would seem. There are people who are promoting certain goods, services, ways of being, education and things, and they're not really being authentic to who they are, to their own fears, beliefs, wants, needs, things like that. There's a misalignment there, and I wanted to just come on and say authenticity is one of the pillars to happiness, because if you're not being who you are in every moment of every day, the real you, warts and all, then you're not really giving your best self. You're not being your true self, therefore you're not coming from a place of total love, because actually if you're not being who you are, you're holding something back or you're hiding something, you're not really giving your best. Someone once said anything less than 100% support is sabotage, and it's true. So if you're not being in full support of yourself, you're sabotaging yourself and your relationships with other people. So why am I telling you this? Because the work that I do, the coaching that I do, I help people who want to help people be happy. Sounds a bit of a mouthful, doesn't it? And that only really came to me this afternoon because, as anyone that's been following me knows, my journey is evolving. I am definitely kind of learning as I go, learning as I grow. I am now life coaching full time, and I'm helping people to discover they're happy. But what does that mean? I help people to understand how to control their mind and live in a state of happy all the time, right where they are. So if you're after a coach that will make you 6 figures of income, or a coach that will help you lose weight, or, you know, for example, overcome trauma and things like that, that's not me. My goal isn't out there. My goal isn't to get you somewhere. My goal isn't to achieve you something out there. My goal is to help you to understand that the keys to your happiness are within you. They're in the power of being and living in the here and now. They're in the power of living authentically. It's in the ability to understand what your purpose is on this planet. What was your soul and your spirit put here to do? It's in relation to your power. You understanding the power you have to control your life. And the fact that you are in control. There's nobody else with a magic wand that's going to come along and make things work for you. And while there are a number of different coaches out there that would coach you on each of these different elements in life, you know, you might feel powerless because you're not in the right job. Okay, well, you could get in the right job, but then will you be happy? Because actually at home, is your relationship with your partner or your parents or your children happy or not? You know, is that out of alignment? Where my gift is, where my passion is, where my skill, my intuition, the training that I've undertaken, where all of that is in helping you to understand that you can have access to happiness in every moment of every day, if you choose to. It's totally within your control, yeah? And am I perfect? No, hell no, who is? I have warts and all, I have good days, I have bad days, but here's the thing, I'm in control of my mind. So I'm in control of my happiness, and I choose to live in that state for the majority of the time. Yes, I let things get to me, like I publicly shared this morning. Customer service at Barclays Bank drove me absolutely crazy. But it's fine. After I had expressed my dissatisfaction and advised them to take it into consideration, I let it go because I could. And that's fine. Do I like to have a glass of wine on a Friday night? Yes, I do. Does that sometimes turn into half a bottle or a whole bottle? Yes, it does. What happens then? Singing, listening to music very loud, or even dancing, if I can. And to others who might say, oh, well, actually, that doesn't sound like a very healthy habit, or, oh, you know, she has a drink on a Friday night. Oh, no, she can't be that happy. Yes, I am. Because it's one of the things that makes me happy. Just like walking up a mountain, or when Jamie takes the mickey out of me and I laugh until I cry. Those things make me happy, and they're within my control to control them. Because I am in control. For the vast majority of the time, there are certain things, of course, in life that happen to us. And they are outside of our control. But what I can control is my reaction to them. So if somebody were to crash into my car tomorrow, is it my choice as to how I look at that situation? Yes. Could I stop the person crashing into me? Maybe, maybe not, depending on my driving, which is actually pretty good, I'll have you know. We have the power to control our thoughts, and that's the only thing that we can control. But the power to control those thoughts has the power to change your life. Which is why I come back to my starting point, is that I can help you to discover that you're happy right where you are, because happiness is in here. It's not out there. And I can tell you that because I live in a house, a nice 3-bedroom house. It's not a bad house, with a big mortgage on it, and I'm happy. I am in a fair amount of debt due to my property investment training and my mindset coaching certifications to help me on my path to make sure that the offering that I have to people as a coach is professional. Okay. That makes me happy. The fact that, you know, the clothes that I wear are Primani or Asda or, you know, a bit of New Look, mainly from charity shops. That makes me happy. Do you see where I'm going with this? I'm blissfully happy with exactly what I've got. I don't need an Audi R8, although it'd be nice to have one. I don't need one. I don't have a 5-bedroom detached house in the countryside. And that's okay. I don't need one to be happy. Would it be nice to have one? Yeah, maybe one day. If the path that leads me there is within my control and I'm happy with the situation and how I get there and everything else, yeah. But right now, with my Honda Civic and my little end of terrace house in Norfolk, and with my Primani jumper, I'm happy. And I can help you to find that right where you are. You might not think it right now, with a husband that drives you crazy or a partner that drives you crazy, with your parents that are overbearing or judgmental or always told you should be this and you should do that, you know, the disappointment you might feel. I can help you be happy with that. With the fact that you haven't been able to find a new job that makes you happy and you're stuck in a job that you hate. I can find you happy. I can help you find your happiness in that job right now. It's all within your control, and I can empower you to discover that control. I can empower you to take ownership of that control. I can empower you to see how it's a good thing. And here's the hilarious thing. I spent the longest time going, I don't want an adult. I just want to be a child. I just want to be told what to do it and have fun and enjoy it and somebody else be responsible. That meant somebody else was responsible for my happiness. So what was my guarantee that I was ever going to be happy or live in a state of happy? A big fat juicy 0. One of the hardest moves of my life was taking the step to taking responsibility for my life. I hated it. I didn't want to do it. It drove me crazy. I was like this, you do it, someone do it, anyone do it. See all these fingers? They were reminding me at every time. It's me. And here's the thing. I've taken every step along the way of discovery. I took the journey, let's call it from, you know, Land's End to John O'Groats. I took that journey. Sometimes poor, sometimes rich, sometimes with traffic accidents on the way, sometimes with diversions, detours, breaking down several times, you know, stopping in shops that would help me, stopping to passers-by that would help and some wouldn't. Some would sabotage me and send me in the other direction. I spent over 10 years on that journey, so I know that journey very well, in depth. So I learned all the lessons along the way, well, a good amount of them, if not all of them. And then I got busy learning how to translate those lessons into teaching, of which, now that I am self-employed and able to start my business full-time, I'll be teaching you some of those lessons on how you can take control of your life and you're happy. And, you know, there's a number of different ways that you can work with me. I am happy to do kind of one-to-one, one-off calls. So for example, you know, I'm at the point of leaving my husband and I just don't know if I should or if I can, and you know, I can help you very quickly get to the root of whether that decision is right for you or not, and enable you with an action plan of steps to work your way towards rebuilding that relationship or moving away from it. I can empower you. You have all the answers. I don't have any answers. Okay, just to clarify, I'm not like Wikipedia. You can't type something in and I go blah 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 blah. This is what you do. You have all the answers. I'm just really good at asking questions so that you can see what the answer is. I help you see the wood through the trees. Yeah, and I can do that as a one-off. Occasionally, if something crops up, I can do that for you on a regular basis. Like we could have a monthly call where I help keep you on track as to something that you're doing because you're wobbling. You know what you need to be doing, but you're struggling keeping on the way, and perhaps your friends and family aren't quite the support you need to help keep you focused. I can do that. I can also offer you a program, a 12-week program where I help you, for want of a better word, reboot, your computer service, your car. I can help you make that shift within your mindset to discover your state of happy, what it looks like, what it feels like. I can help you live in the moment. I can help you be who you were born to be. I can empower you with your voice. I can help you take control of those reins. I can teach you how to do that. So if you want to know more, please drop me a line, because I'm here to help, I'm here to serve. And the only reason I can serve you today is because I went through the long and arduous journey of learning to serve myself. My cup isn't half full. My cup is a frickin' ocean, and it overflows. And it's there and it's ready. And authenticity. This video isn't scripted. I didn't write anything down. I don't want to. Because authentically, I was born to serve. I was born to help other people find their happy. But in order to do that, I had to find my own happy. If you know me or have known me for any period of time, I've always seemed happy. I've always seemed on the outside like, somebody that can get things done and high energy and whatever. And I was high energy. But for the longest time, I wasn't happy. I was really good at wearing a mask. You don't have to wear a mask. You don't have to be happy some of the time. You don't have to show the outside world you're happy and then crumble on the inside and resent the life you live and the upbringing that you've had. You can be happy on the inside and the outside. Doesn't make you a robot. Doesn't mean that you won't then have thoughts, feelings, sad moments. You won't experience normal grief. All of those things still happen. You will just learn to choose differently in the thoughts that you entertain in your mind as to whether they serve you or sabotage you. And I have no idea how long this video has been going along, because there's no timer on a Facebook Live. So if it's been ages, I apologise. If it's too short, let me know. I'll happily talk at you a little bit longer about authenticity, because it's a passion of mine. And here's the thing, I don't know how many people are watching right now, but if all of a sudden the whole world turned on and there were 8 billion people watching this video, would I do my hair differently? No. Would I have put more makeup on? No. Would I have changed my background? No. I just realised my wedding ring's not on. Would I have done a single thing differently? No. Because I'm entirely happy in who I am and what I've got to offer this world. And I want to share it. So if you want to share this video in the hope that somebody that you know isn't quite in control of their mental state well-being, their happiness, their thoughts, if you know somebody that's not quite in control or whatnot, share this video, put it on your wall, like it, comment on it and go, oh, crazy bird's at it again. Whatever you wish. But please, take an action on this video, because you never know who is out there suffering the way I was. If I'd have found a me 10 years ago, I would have bitten my arm off, because I was so lost and so desperate to connect the passion, the gifts that I knew I had on the inside with who I wanted to be on the outside. I was so desperate to make that connection. And I did it the long, hard way. That's okay, because now it's my job to help you.